Breaking news tonight, a small plane crashes into a neighborhood in northeast Philadelphia, killing at least one person and starting multiple fires. What we're learning from the scene.
I'm tracking rain, snow, and gusty winds across the region this evening. I'll have an update on your weekend forecast in your forecast.
One man explains firsthand how a program coming to Spokane can reunite families. Find out how Parents for Parents can help those navigating the child welfare system. You're watching 4 News Now at 6. Straight to that breaking news, we now know that at least 6 people went down with a small plane that crashed into a residential area in northeast Philadelphia tonight. Good evening, I'm Kirsten O'Connor. This all just happened hours ago. Police say the plane was on a medical assignment. The single engine crashed near a mall in northeast Philadelphia. It was on its way to Springfield, Missouri. It is not immediately clear what the plane crashed into, but the crash started multiple fires nearby. This is still a developing story. Many of these cell phone videos still coming into our newsroom tonight. We will update you just as soon as we get more details. More breaking news tonight here on 4 News Now. The man suspected of killing 13-year-old Gavin Looper is now in the Spokane jail. Detectives with the Major Crime Unit brought Glenn Berkey, shown here, back from Missoula, Montana today. Berkey faces second-degree murder charges. The shooting happened last weekend at a home in northeast Spokane. We will continue to follow this case. Berkey will most likely make his first court appearance in Spokane on Monday. Right now, he's being held on $3 million bond. Now to a developing story out of Airway Heights. The police department is investigating a stabbing there. It happened this morning near West 12th Avenue by the Walmart Supercenter in Airway Heights. Police there say this was not a random incident, and they are now looking for a suspect. You can see a picture here, Tyler Warnock. If you know where he is, call Crime Check. The number listed on your screen now, 509-456-2233. Still no major snowfall here in the inland northwest, but we could see some flurries this weekend. We are definitely seeing rain and wind. Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker here to tell us more about what to expect this weekend.
Well, we did have some major snowfall in parts of the inland northwest, and I'll go over some of the snowfall totals with you later in the broadcast. But right now we are featuring all the rain that is moving through the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area right now. It has been coming down rather hard. We'll zoom in here and see it is all falling as rain until you get up into some of the higher terrain and some of the northern valleys where we are seeing some snow falling around the region. Checking in with Sandpoint, they've been getting snow off and on, a rain-snow mix or snow over the last little bit. You can see here the scene at US 2 and Boyer, the snow piled up on the sides of the roads, but the roads themselves, at least US 2, is just wet. Some of the side roads, though, are slushy and snow covered. Meanwhile, in downtown Spokane, it is soggy right now. Looking across the Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena at the rain falling there. Temperatures, meanwhile, are 39 in Spokane, but look, we're at freezing in Sandpoint, 36 in Coeur d'Alene, 40 in Ritzville. We are not going to drop much from our current readings for the next few hours. Meanwhile, we do have a winter weather alert in effect, a winter storm warning in effect for North Idaho above 3,000 feet. That area is shaded in pink on your screen through tomorrow morning for heavy mountain snow continuing. I will be back to tell you about windy weather on the way later tonight and have your weekend forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, Chris, thank you. Well, the local nonprofit Forge is bringing a peer mentoring program to Spokane that's designed to help parents who are navigating the child welfare system. Parents for Parents serves families who are in the dependency system and services, and they are initiated when a child is at risk or has been removed from their home by Child Protective Services. Marissa Rio joins us in studio now. Marissa, you spoke with a dad who has actually been through this program.
I did, and he's a true example of how this program can impact families' lives for the better. The entire goal of this program is to help families gain the tools to safely reunite with their kids by receiving help from mentors who have been in similar circumstances. The father I met today is one of those mentors.
The judge said I could have my kids back. I can't. There's nothing I can say that can describe that.
This is Gabriel Cisneros Lassie. He navigated the child welfare system for 7 years, went through this program, and reunited with his kids for good in 2020.
Being able to hug and hold my kids is one of the most important things in my world.
Now, Gabriel is helping other parents hug and hold their kids again, too.
One of the big things that we offer is our Hope class. It's our intro class for the Parents for Parents program. And that's where we show all the parents all the parts and pieces, the different players, how things work, and most importantly, what parents can do to help themselves.
This program also offers connections to services like substance abuse treatment, mental health resources, housing assistance, and more.
And then support and having somebody who's been through it that can, offer some guidance and a shoulder and just let you know that you can do it.
And Gabriel's message for those navigating the child welfare system now?
There is hope, and there's a way to get through that and reunite with your kids and get your family back together. I know this. I've seen many other people do it, and I've done it myself.
Forge is officially launching the program on Monday. If you're interested in joining this program or you're interested in partnering with Forge to help families in our community, visit our website at kxly.com.
Marissa, thank you. The black boxes from the American Airlines flight that collided with a military helicopter are now in the hands of the NTSB. Investigators are working to figure out what happened in the moments leading up to the crash that killed 67 people. They're also working against Mother Nature to recover bodies as we learn more about the victims. ABC's Christian Cordero is at Reagan National Airport with the latest.
Today, debris sticks out of the icy Potomac River. Several bodies and evidence are trapped below until recovery crews work through the elements with heavy machinery to pull them out. Divers returning to the wreckage in the water at first light this morning despite heavy rain.
We're going to be careful. We're going to make sure we don't hurt anybody else, but the weather we've seen so far is weather we can work in.
New images from video obtained by CNN show a close-up view of the helicopter on the left and the jet with its bright lights on the right on a collision course, and then the moment of impact. The helicopter pilot had already acknowledged to air traffic control that he saw the jet, but there are questions about which aircraft he was referencing.
Once you acknowledge or ask for visual separation, then the controller kind of relaxes a little bit because he thinks, well, that aircraft sees the other one.
And preliminary data shows the helicopter flying at 350 feet instead of the required 200 feet or lower. Today, the FAA announced it is now restricting the low-altitude helicopter routes for the time being. That route is specifically around the Potomac River. The NTSB expects to release an initial report within 30 days, saying today it has not reached any conclusions.
The only conclusion I know is that last night we met with several hundred family members who lost their loved ones in the Potomac. We don't need that to happen anymore.
The black boxes, the flight data recorder and cockpit voice recorder from the American Airlines plane now in the hands of the NTSB's lab for evaluation.
We're starting the process of not only opening those up, but to begin the extraction of the data.
American Airlines says it has retired flight number 5342, which is standard after tragedies like this. Christian Cordero, ABC News, Reagan National Airport.
The FAA and the American Association of People with Disabilities are pushing back against President Trump's suggestion that DEI programs may have played a role in Wednesday's tragic plane crash. In a press conference Thursday, the president claimed that the FAA pushed for the hiring of people with disabilities under the Biden administration.
A group within the FAA, another story, determined that the workforce was too white, that they had concerted efforts to get the administration to change that and to change it immediately.
The American Association of People with Disabilities responded to the president's comments saying that, quote, using this tragedy to push the president's anti-diversity hiring agenda is inappropriate and wrong, end quote. A former FAA official also disputed the president's claims, explaining anyone applying to be an air traffic controller must meet the same rigorous standards, whether they have a disability or not. Proposed Washington legislature would require certain drivers to have a speed limiting device in their cars. Why legislators say it's a necessary solution to the growing number of fatal crashes in Washington. And the only youth shelter in Eastern Washington has outgrown its space in downtown Spokane. What the new Crosswalk building will offer teens in need after the break.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+. Sign up for the 4 News Now Brainstorm at KXLY.com.
I'm Drew Henry, tea maker and founder of Revival Tea Company, and we're right here at Yolks Fresh Market. We started in 2018 in Spokane. We are super proud of getting our peppermint from Washington State, our honey from bees in Spokane. We've collaborated with Dry Fly and turned into canned cocktails. We definitely would not be where we're at today without the support from some amazing local partners like Yolks. Oh yeah, the more and more we can work together, that's been a really fun thing as we continue to grow.
Check out Revival Tea at Yolks Fresh Market.
For the professional, it's not enough to possess knowledge. We seek to refine it, to wield its power, to redefine its boundaries. Knowledge is put to the test in every GMC Sierra. Get 0.9% APR on select Sierra 1500 models. That's over $4,200 in average finance savings.
See your local GMC dealer.
4 News Now and STCU are proud to continue highlighting volunteers who go above and beyond with their efforts. STCU Volunteers Count is a project that awards groups and individuals who take volunteering to the next level, donating personal time and financial support to local nonprofits. The winning volunteers will be awarded a grant courtesy of STCU to help further their efforts, and then we'll tell their story. If you know of a local volunteer who deserves recognition, nominate them at KXLY.com.
I felt like there was just no answers to get out of the anxiety and the depression that I had.
I was suicidal all the time, thinking about it nonstop, every day, every moment.
Depression and anxiety rob millions of us of our day-to-day lives, but nothing seems to pull you out of it. Introducing NeuroStim TMS, Washington's leading provider of transcranial magnetic stimulation, or TMS therapy. At NeuroStim TMS, we treat the root of the problem with a series of short daily treatments. Using a non-invasive magnetic field, TMS activates the natural function of the brain's neurotransmitters to improve mood and regulate emotion. TMS is not shock therapy. It's an FDA-approved, easy outpatient experience and covered by all major medical insurances.
There's nothing better than just being able to enjoy life again.
The treatment just completely, fundamentally changed my life.
Visit neurostimtms.com today or call to schedule your free consultation at any of our 12 Washington state locations.
New hope for homeless youth in Spokane. Eastern Washington's only licensed youth shelter is making what they call a needed move out of the downtown core and into a residential area. Alexandra Cohen-Yards visited the shelter's new location. She shares how this relocation aims to help address the homelessness crisis in Spokane.
This is where Crosswalk is currently located, right in the middle of the hustle and bustle of downtown Spokane. But soon it will be here, in a new building, in a calm neighborhood, and most importantly, a safer area.
We need to be out of downtown, and we want to be in a neighborhood like every other kid in the community.
Those are the words teens at the Crosswalk shelter used when describing what they wanted from their new center's location. Basic things all kids deserve, but unfortunately, not all get. Fawn Shaw, president of Volunteers of America, the organization that oversees Crosswalk, has been longing to create a campus-like space for the kids they serve. This new location will let them do just that.
This is a dream come true. We have worked on this project alone for conceptualizing to today for 6 years.
Crosswalk, Eastern Washington's only licensed youth shelter, serves around 700 teens a year. It has outgrown its current space. Wendy Alderson, who oversees the shelter, has seen firsthand the need for this relocation.
They're so on top of each other right now, just in the space that it is. It's so small. This is going to be, I can't even describe how wonderful it's going to be for them to have separate spaces.
This new building will also have 18 emergency beds as well as 18 college dorms for kids that are involved with education or employment programs. How this will help address the homeless crisis in our area?
We have to make sure that our youth and young adults have never entered the adult homeless system. And if we can divert them from that by getting them the resources they need to focus on education and the job training skills that they need to build livable wage jobs, they're not going to be homeless adults.
The hope is for teens to officially live in this new facility this fall. Reporting from Spokane, Alexandra Cohen-Yards, 4 News Now.
It wasn't just rain across the region today. Here's a look at 24-hour snowfall amounts, up to 8 inches in some valley locations, with even more in the mountains. Here's a look at some of the Friday snow reports from around the region. 7.5 at Northport, 6 inches in Medellin Falls, and a ½ foot in Twin Lakes as well. Old Town had almost 4 inches of snow, and it's still coming down in spots. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. Sign up for the 4 News Now playbook at KXLY.com.
The 2025 Boat Show. 2025 boats in stock. Always the best for less. Like this Tri-Tune 150 horse with trailer at Coeur d'Alene Marine Sports. You owe it to yourself to see us before you buy. Coeur d'Alene Marine Sports, your pontoon superstore.
For the greatest selection at the lowest prices, come to Cost Less Carpet.
As a general contractor, I bring my clients to Cost Less Carpet so they can see every option.
Everything I need is always in stock.
If it's trendy or new, I'm sure you'll find it here.
And their team of designers are so fun to work with.
It really is worth the experience.
I can find everything for my home or my client's home. No problem.
Shopping here is an awesome experience.
Cost Less Carpet, where inspiration and ideas happen.
Your home is more than a place. It's a feeling, a reflection of who you are. And at the Tin Roof, we believe furniture should do more than fill a room. It should inspire it. From timeless dining tables to sofas you can sink into and decor that tells your story, every piece is thoughtfully curated to make your space feel effortlessly you. Because it's not just furniture, it's where memories are made, where comfort lives, and where life happens. It's more than furniture, it's a feeling.
Individuals, couples, and families, you could get a refund of up to $1,290 back on taxes paid last year, as well as refunds for 2023 and 2022. Learn more at workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
The 2025 Boat Show. 2025 boats in stock. Always the best for less. Like this Tri-Tune 150 horse with trailer at Coeur d'Alene Marine Sports. You owe it to yourself to see us before you buy. Coeur d'Alene Marine Sports, your pontoon superstore.
Next, ET on set for SWAT's Wild Milestone celebration.
Entertainment tonight, you can bleep all that.
Then, ET, Then and Now, Lisa. Next, ET.
Watch Entertainment Tonight at 7:30.
Stay safe while traveling this winter. Before you head out, trust the First Alert weather team to pinpoint the safest times to go and exactly what to expect. 4 News Now First Alert weather on air, on the app, and streaming on KXLY+.
Welcome back. Groundhog Day is Sunday, and it seems each region of the United States has their own holiday for Groundhog Day. Instead of a groundhog, the city of Milwaukee is putting goats in charge of making this type of a prediction. The zoo's Nigerian dwarf goats will run out of their yard to determine whether we are in for a long winter or an early spring. And I love a goat. I don't really care what they have to say about their shadows or running in and out. They're just cute.
They are cute, and hey, why not? Speaking of weather prognostication, on KXLY.com right now, Matt Gray has done a wonderful explainer that explains about this warm air that moved in and kept the snow from accumulating in Spokane, but we find it elsewhere around the region. It would be...
It's fascinating, right?
Before you start relying on the goats, read Matt's explanation. Right now it is rain. We were only briefly falling as snow in Spokane this morning and in Coeur d'Alene a little bit longer. Right now we are in the mid to upper 30s in both locations. Oh my goodness, it's coming down at the Spokane Arena. Sorry, fans. 4 things to know about your weather this weekend. Mountain snow is going to continue, and we'll have occasional valley snow showers. It's not going to amount to much. Instability behind a cold front, little accumulation, and then we've got some cold next week. Won't have to worry about the rain-snow line. It's all snow and not a lot of it. Now, hour by hour, your Saturday forecast, it'll be breezy throughout the day. Sunshine to start the day and 29 We're going to get down below freezing, so all of the wet roads will be refreezing. We're warming up into the mid-30s again with those breezy conditions, not windy, but breezy, and a chance of some hit-and-miss snow showers throughout the day, mainly in the mountains. Here's our forecast radar. This rain and snow in progress right now moves out quickly. By 11 o'clock, we are dry across the region, other than some mountain snow showers. 8 o'clock Saturday morning, we start to see those mountain snow showers popping up, and may see a little bit of that in the valleys as well, particularly in the valleys of North Idaho and in the Northeast Mountains. 9 a.m. Sunday, still some hit and miss snow showers, but to a lesser extent. We're going to see a lot of sunshine actually this weekend. Here's a look at some of the snowfall totals by Sunday at 6 o'clock. It's mainly going to be in those northern valleys and not a lot of it, but you could see by these pinks over the mountains that we are going to see some heavy snow in those mountain locations, which is where we love it. Winds are picking up in Spokane, 25-mile-per-hour gusts right now. We could see gusts as high as 40, maybe even 45 miles per hour tonight as a cold front comes through. Here's 2 a.m., 41-mile-per-hour gusts in Pullman. More likely will be in the 30-mile-per-hour range, but it might be enough for you to notice. And if you are heading out to the go skiing or out tomorrow, you may also notice that you are experiencing some breezy conditions that will make temperatures in the 30s feel even cooler. At least a slight chance of snow every single day through the 7-day forecast. But the headline for this planning forecast might be these 7s right here. Wednesday morning and Thursday morning, we have not been in the single digits in Spokane yet this season. The coldest weather of the winter is ahead. And I've added up if we did get snow every single day through next Friday, looks like we would still only be looking in the 3 to 5 inch range in Spokane. So even if we hit the jackpot every day, it's just not going to amount to much. But if it does snow, it will stick with those temperatures in the 20s, Kirsten.
Ooh, 7. That's not my favorite.
No.
When it's on the 7-day.
No, I don't care for that, no.
Thank you, Chris. A proposal making its way through the Washington legislature would require certain drivers to have a speed limiting device on their cars. Albert James is in Olympia with why legislators say it's a necessary solution to a growing problem.
We're losing Washingtonians, and family members are losing loved ones unnecessarily, tragically, and preventably.
Recent data from the Washington Traffic Safety Commission shows 1 in 3 fatal crashes in the state involved a speeding driver. And the number of fatal crashes involving speeding has been trending upward since 2019.
Between 2019 and 2024, tickets to speeding drivers in excess of 50 miles an hour over the speed limit increased by 200%. So we know that this is an increasing problem that we've been dealing with.
House Bill 1596 hopes to address that increasing problem. The legislation would require certain drivers to have an intelligent speed assistance device installed on their car. The device limits the speed of the car using GPS technology to follow the speed limit in the area they're in. Similar to how ignition interlock devices are used for people with a history of drunk driving, a person would have a speed limiter if they have a new restricted license that requires one, are serving the probation after their license was suspended for excessive speeding or racing, or if they've been ordered to have a device by a court. Prime sponsor Mari Levitt, a Democrat from University Place, says mandating the devices would help correct those who habitually go over the speed limit and put others at risk.
And these aren't accidents. They're intentionally folks choosing behavior that are harming and often killing folks.
Levitt pointed to a crash in Renton last March that killed 38-year-old Andrea Smith and 3 children. According to charging documents, the 18-year-old driver in the other car was driving at over 100 miles per hour and had a history of accidents involving speeding. Smith's father, Ted, testified in support of the bill.
We need stiff consequences for these thrill seekers, and we must use any tools available to detect and stop this from happening again.
One member of the House Transportation Committee questioned if the bill gives a pass to speeders by giving them a way to continue driving.
So we're trying to help them get back their license by giving them this tool. So how is this helping save lives?
We want to find a way for them to be able to drive lawfully but safely, and having them on the road in a safe manner is going to save lives, because they're driving anyway and they're driving fast, and this device, these speed limiters, are going to ensure that they can't.
The bill is yet to be scheduled for a vote out of committee. In Olympia, I'm Albert James reporting.
Well, starting tomorrow, President Trump says he plans to impose 25% tariffs on imports from Canada and Mexico. That would force U.S. companies buying the imports to pay a percentage extra to the U.S. Treasury. According to economists, that usually means consumers have to pay more. Canada and Mexico are some of the U.S.'s biggest trade partners, so the tariffs could affect prices on all sorts of goods. In some cases, experts say tariffs can help domestic producers by pressuring American companies to buy from them. 18,000 Costco workers preparing for a potential strike on Saturday, and Washington is among one of the 5 states that may see picket lines. Members of the Teamsters Union authorized a strike unless a new contract was reached with the retailer before January 31st. Workers are asking for better wages and benefits, and Costco officials have not yet commented on the matter. Well, still ahead, meet the star, Spokane Chiefs player Berkeley Catton, where he's most comfortable, right on the ice. An exclusive interview about his life through hockey coming up. And a recovery thanks to UW Medicine, the new treatment helping people regain control of their bodies and lives.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. I want some tasty food? We got you. Heard you want to do some shopping? We got you. The live music is always popping at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. Coeur d'Alene Casino. Where winning is just the beginning.
Next week, what will happen when Captain America takes over morning TV?
Wait for it.
Anthony Mackie live on GMA.
I'm very excited.
Harrison Ford live on GMA.
Fantastic.
The GMA Blockbuster Week.
You're going to love it.
For the greatest selection at the lowest prices, come to Cost Less Carpet.
As a general contractor, I bring my clients to Cost Less Carpet so they can see every option.
Everything I need is always in stock.
If it's trendy or new, I'm sure you'll find it here.
And their team of designers are so fun to work with.
It really is worth the experience.
I can find everything for my home or my client's home. No problem.
Shopping here is an awesome experience.
Cost Less Carpet, where inspiration and ideas happen.
We have all your SUV options here at Post Falls Volkswagen. Choose the SUV with easy-to-use technology that best meets your needs and budget. There are so many choices, so take as many test drives as you want, and our knowledgeable staff will assist you with all the information you need.
Get the Tiguan with 0% APR or a $2,500 customer bonus. At Post Falls Volkswagen, it's easy to drive home your dream SUV.
Find SUV options at Post Falls Volkswagen, the home of 0000.
North Idaho Urology, in partnership with Cancer Care Northwest. We specialize in advanced prostate cancer care.
I'm Dr. Aaron Wagner. I'm a radiation oncologist with Cancer Care Northwest. We have quite a few different treatment options for prostate cancer, ranging anywhere from standard radiation and IMRT approaches to SBRT to brachytherapy, a full spectrum of different prostate cancer treatments. We very much try to individualize their treatment plan for them.
92.9 CCU.
Fresh Firestone baked pizzas are now available at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. Welcome to Arrowhead Pizza. Specialty pizzas with top-notch ingredients and flavors that hit the jackpot. Located inside Coeur d'Alene Casino's food court. Visit cdacasino.com for details.
Winning is just the beginning.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
A new FDA-approved device is bringing hope to people who have suffered spinal injuries and helping them regain function that they thought they lost. Madeline Mullins has the story.
12 years ago, Jessie Owens was in an accident that left her paralyzed below her neck. Now, with the help of a spinal cord stimulator, she has regained movement in her hands and can complete tasks she didn't think she would be able to do again. Since participating in the UW Medicine clinical trial, Owens has gone from slight movement in one of her hands to being able to tie her shoes, open up jars, and care for her kids.
As I completed this study and I started to see meaningful impact, I was so overjoyed. And I was able to make meaningful changes in my life with less caregiving, moving on more independently, more confidence to go out and date and then get married and have kids.
The device works by sending electrical currents to the damaged area of the spinal cord through a patch that is attached to the surface of the skin. Doctors say with the simulator and rehab, patients that were once paralyzed can regain some level of function. UW Medicine says that this device will be available soon at Harborview Medical Center for patients who have had a spinal injury for over a year. In studio, I'm Madeline Mullins, 4 News Now.
Wow, incredible. Thank you, Madeline. And now another medical breakthrough. More than 25 years in the making, the FDA has approved a new kind of pain reliever that is a non-addictive alternative to opioids. The drug will be sold under the brand named Jurnavix. It is a 50-milligram prescription pill that's taken every 12 hours after a larger starter dose. The maker says it creates no euphoria or high like opioids can. So doctors believe there's no potential for it to lead to addiction or dependence. Right now, the company says about half of Americans who are prescribed pain medications are prescribed opioids.
Not everyone needs those potent opioids, even with moderate to severe pain. A large majority of patients need a weak opioid, and this drug is as good as weak opioid.
The drug maker says it reduces pain by about half. The wholesale cost is set at about $15.50 per pill. Well, 2 years ago, Bethany Presbyterian Church caught fire, and now it wants to help the community while it rebuilds. The plans to build more housing on the South Hill still ahead here on 4 News Now.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Multiple boat dealerships all in one place. Shop and compare, all in one place. One place that's heated and family friendly. Come see us at the Spokane Boat Show.
It's the region's largest boat show. 10 days of boats, unbeatable deals, and nonstop fun. Explore the region's largest showroom. Unbeatable pricing. Discover better boats, the largest selection of inventory, and the biggest savings all under one roof. See the latest models from top brands like Cobalt, Malibu, Axis, Regal, Barletta, Cruisers Yachts, Harris, and Chris Craft. Plus an incredible selection of pre-owned boats. The Coeur d'Alene Boat Expo, January 30th through February 8th. A 10-day event you don't want to miss.
This President's Day, we're celebrating big savings at More Furniture in Spokane. It's the perfect opportunity to transform your home at prices that even Washington would approve. You'll find incredible deals in every department in our showroom. Elegant beds fit for a president, leather recliners for relaxing in style, and statement dining sets perfect for your next cabinet meeting. All in stock and ready for immediate delivery to your home. Don't miss these historic savings. Visit More Furniture at 1201 North Division in Spokane today.
I've been dealing with my weight issues for all my life. I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to stay home and just be a couch potato. I wanted to have a fresh start. Spokane Wellness Group has helped me stay on track. When I started losing the weight, then I felt more comfortable. I feel wonderful right now because I've lost 65 pounds. It doesn't take me 10 minutes to walk across the parking garage anymore. I would encourage anybody to go to the Spokane Wellness Group. They stay with you every step of the way.
It's bigger and better. The original annual Spokane Boat Show is 4 days with major dealers from the region. Family friendly and free parking at the Spokane Fair and Expo Center.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
We have an update to that breaking news we brought you at the beginning of this newscast. We now know a pediatric patient was on board that flight that crashed into a neighborhood in Philadelphia. Here's what we know so far. The single engine crashed near a mall in northeast Philadelphia. It was on its way to Springfield, Missouri. It's still not immediately clear what the plane crashed into. We are seeing cell phone images and videos coming from neighbors in that area. The crash started multiple fires, as you can see from this video. It is still developing. Again, we now know a pediatric patient was on board and at least one person has died. We will update you on KXLY.com as soon as we get more details on this breaking news. A Lincoln Heights church is planning a $12 million affordable housing project while it is still rebuilding from an electrical fire. The church's pastor says some of the apartments will be set aside for refugees. Derek Strom spoke with the pastor about how soon this project could start.
It's been a couple years since an electrical fire made this building completely uninhabitable, but within the next couple of years, Bethany Presbyterian hopes that it will be able to reopen this building, not just to rebuild the church, but to provide affordable housing to refugees and those who need it here in Spokane. Bethany Presbyterian says it already has a few grants, including one from the city of Spokane to help it build brand new residential buildings and a new worship space for the church. The two residential buildings will have 22 apartments in total, and the project will also include a community building with classrooms and a community area.
Some specifically designated for refugee and immigrant families, and then some just affordable housing for the Spokane community, which there is a clear need for.
Even though an executive order is freezing refugees coming into the United States, Project Bethany hopes to work with organizations like Thrive and World Relief to help refugees into its affordable housing. Construction isn't expected to start until spring of 2026, and the church hopes refugees will be allowed to enter the country by then.
So who knows what the political situation around refugee resettlement will be at that time, but there's no plans to change anything about this ministry.
Reverend Amy Seymour says part of the plans to demolish the old church and rebuild is driven by a decline in membership at the church. Being able to take on an affordable housing project is something the congregation has wanted to do since an electrical fire made the building a total loss in 2022.
The fire, while devastating, of course, really provided an opportunity for them to do even more than they ever could imagine doing.
In Spokane, Derek Strom, 4 News Now.
A wild bear in California rode out the Eaton fire in a house's crawl space, but its large size made capturing the bear the usual way pretty impossible. Here's some video. The homeowner discovered that animal taking cover in the crawl space with a Ring camera. The California Department of Fish and Wildlife set out food to try and lure the bear out from under the house because that bear was too large to sedate. Once removed, he weighed in a whopping 525 pounds. The bear is now safe, and neighbors say that they're glad he was able to stay safe through that terrible fire. But the intense winds in that area fueled those flames. It was very scary, and I'm glad he was safe and sound. Well, rain and wind are in store for the start of our weekend here in the inland Northwest. Here's Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker with a look at the weekend.
Yes, the winds just starting to pick up around the region. Here's a look at sustained winds at 15 miles per hour in Spokane, 17-mile-per-hour winds in Pullman, and just seeing the 20 to 25-mile-per-hour gusts beginning to develop. Here's a look at your wind forecast for tonight. We'll start to see the gusts really picking up around 9 p.m., 30-mile-per-hour gusts possible. Right around midnight is when the winds will likely peak in the 40 to, in some locations, 45-mile-per-hour range, most likely on the Palouse. We'll see some of those stronger winds and then tapering off, but it is going to remain breezy during the day on Saturday. The precipitation, which has been coming down at a heavy rate in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, will also be tapering off. Right now, the heaviest precipitation has moved north of Spokane, now into the Deer Park area, and will be moving further to the north as well. Just want to show you the latest image from Lookout Pass, where it is snowing heavily, and white knuckle commutes over the mountains. There is a winter storm warning in effect for the Idaho Panhandle above 3,000 feet through tomorrow morning. Otherwise, this weekend, Just some hit and miss snow showers possible down in the valleys. It's going to be breezy on Saturday, and there is a cooling trend, 18 by the time we're into Sunday night, and it gets a lot colder in the 7-day forecast. I'll be back with that in just a few minutes. Kirsten.
All right, Chris, we'll see you then. Well, imagine moving away from home at 16 to live with a different family in a different country, all to follow your dream. Spokane Chiefs captain Berkeley Catton did exactly that, and he would probably tell you to do the same. Catton has led the Chiefs to an impressive 2025 campaign, earned a roster spot on Team Canada in the World Juniors, and was selected in the first round of last year's NHL draft. He's pretty good. Our Jordan Smith wanted to find out how good, and he joins us from the ice at Spokane Arena in an exclusive one-on-one interview.
That's Berkeley Catton, captain of the Spokane Chiefs and the Seattle Kraken's first-round draft pick. You might be asking, how good could he be? He's only 19.
All right, I want you to be honest. Does a guy like me have a chance against you tonight?
I don't know. We'll have to see about that. I don't know.
We started with a routine accuracy contest, the top left part of the net.
There you go. That's about as good as it gets.
You're going to tell Coach about that? That was pretty good.
Nope, yours is better.
Obviously, for time purposes, I had to show you my one good shot. Because after that...
Right post?
Yeah.
Burks kind of ran away with it. But any hockey player knows shooting is only half the battle. Speed is what really kills. I was absolutely stunned.
Holy suck, you're not even winded.
I didn't know what made him so incredible. I found out Burks has been skating since he was 4 years old. A rep from the Chiefs told me they basically have to drag this guy off the ice.
Hockey's really my whole life, pretty much.
I was going to say, there's like probably never an off day.
No.
Just like, not because you feel like you have to, but you just love it.
Yeah, no, 100%, and that's the thing, right? Like, that's kind of how it's always been on the outdoor rink when I was a little kid. Even though I was out there for 4 or 5 hours, it felt like, 30 minutes just because how fun it is.
When you're chasing a dream like this is more than just like waking up early and working out and trying to get that skate in. I mean, you had to move away from home.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough, and you kind of, you live at, not even the on-ice stuff, but like off the ice, and, your mom's kind of helped you along the way, just all things you're normal to. Then all of a sudden you're in a new country for me, and with a new family, and, a whole new group of teammates and stuff. So it's a lot of change, but ultimately I think, it makes you a stronger person, and you have to grow up pretty quick.
He embraced the discomfort, and boy, did it pay off.
The Seattle Kraken are proud to select from the Spokane Chiefs, Berkeley Catton.
Burks is still developing his game with the Spokane Chiefs, but is hopeful to make the jump to the NHL next year. His sights are set on hoisting Lord Stanley one day, but first, bringing a Memorial Cup back to Spokane. And take it from me, these other teams have their work cut out for them. For 4 News Now, I'm Jordan Smith.
So fun to see both of them, Jordan included, on the ice.
Yeah, it's great. Berkeley's a really, really one heck of a kid and amazing player, too. It's really awesome to see him work and see what success the Chiefs got.
I love, embracing the difficulty, embracing that,
I couldn't do that.
That's really awesome.
Yeah, that's tough. But after the break, we have plenty more sports coming up. New Washington State head football coach Jimmy Rogers in Studio B telling us more about his plan for the Cougs this season.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Tin Roof.
Surf and turf. Surf and turf. Low and slow and roasty beef. 2 of those things for $6.99. Arby's, we have the meat.
Who isn't looking for extra ways to save some money these days, right? I'm always looking for new ways to save, but I haven't found anything better than my Ascend checking account. It's a free account that offers 3.5% of your average monthly balance. That could feed your coffee obsession for 2 weeks. Not only am I earning money, but it also has all the best features of a checking account. What's not to love?
Open your P1FCU checking account at p1fcu.org and start earning today.
YWCA Spokane is writing the next chapter in our celebration of extraordinary women. Women who rise up to make a positive impact on our community. Join us, and together we'll be equal, powerful, and unstoppable.
For the greatest selection at the lowest prices, come to Cost Less Carpet.
As a general contractor, I bring my clients to Cost Less Carpet so they can see every option. Everything I need is always in stock.
If it's trendy or new, I'm sure you'll find it here.
And their team of designers are so fun to work with.
It really is worth the experience.
I can find everything for my home or my client's home. No problem.
Shopping here is an awesome experience.
Cost Less Carpet, where inspiration and ideas happen.
Spokane's hottest music.
Break me for so done with you, girl. I've been popping, man, I feel just like a rock star.
Hot 96.9.
Surf and turf. 2 sandwiches. The sea giveth crispy fish. For $6.99. Arby's, we have the meat.
Robin Nance, 4 News Now anchor, trusted journalist.
As news anchors, we are journalists. It's important for us to get out and tell the stories. It helps to build the trust that we have with each other. I look for stories that I know impact our community, impact you, impact me. I'm a mom. I want to bring light to the things that will make you safe and your family safe.
Watch Robin Nance and 4 News Now on TV, online, and streaming free on KXLY+.
Washington State football enters a new era with the hiring of Jimmy Rogers to lead the Cougs in 2025. He arrived to Pullman from Brookings, South Dakota, where he spent the last 12 seasons. Rogers led the South Dakota State Jackrabbits to a 27-3 record over the last 2 seasons, finishing as runner-ups in the 2023 season and semifinalists this past year. The Jacks' 3 straight Missouri Valley Conference titles, or at least a share of the title, is the most in a row for the program since the early 1960s, and they did that through dominant defense, both seasons leading all of FCS in points per game allowed and top 10 in rushing and total defense. 16 former SDSU players are now on the WSU roster, and that combined with the exodus of 2024 Coug players and coaches makes for an unusually tough challenge. And today we had the opportunity to sit down with Coach Rogers and learn more on his perspective to implement his vision for the Cougs.
Yeah, I think that togetherness is what makes a football team. I do. You can have a great scheme, but if you're not connected, nothing matters. So creating a connection in the program to where guys take a certain level of pride playing for Washington State and playing physical and knowing how to focus and knowing how to finish. Those things are all important to me because none of this season will be easy, but we do have the talent to get it done, and I'm excited for that.
No schedule yet set for the annual Crimson and Gray game, although it's expected to be in mid to late April. We'll have that date out once it's officially announced. Still a long wait to the regular season kicking off. 211 days to go, and I'm counting. We'll have plenty more from our interview on Nightside following Friday Night Sports Extra. And speaking of, we get to the best part of every week, Friday Night Sports Extra, returning this evening with myself and Sydney Berger at the desk, talking all things high school hoops. This week, we start off with Lewis and Clark at Gonzaga Prep, then Mount Spokane at Ferris, and Ridgeline at University, plus North Central at West Valley. And we get some solid Idaho content, too. Bonners Ferry and Coeur d'Alene. Vikings, they fired head coach John Adams earlier yesterday. And then we just added Lake City game they're hosting post-fall. So I'm off to shoot a few more games now. We'll be back later in this evening for the full show. And I did not see any snow this morning. Chris, is that what's to expect for the rest of the week?
Well, let's take a look at where it did snow at the ski areas. And a lot of these snowfall totals were actually taken earlier in the afternoon and have been added to since. Now, the Mount Spokane total, I actually checked the snow stake myself on the video, and it was still snowing. So let's just say it is going to be a magic weekend at your local ski areas. Enjoy. I'll be back with your forecast.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. I want some tasty food? We got you. Heard you want to do some shopping? We got you. The live music is always popping at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. Coeur d'Alene Casino. But winning is just the beginning.
Madam President, it's about the sale at Denver Mattress.
Walk with me. We need to get the word out, and fast.
Early reports show the more you buy, the more you save. In English, that's $100 off every 1,000 you spend. And Tempur-Pedic, save up to $500 on select mattress sets and get a $300 gift. I'm still gonna need more, people.
Got 60 months no interest and free shipping.
Now we're talking. This is an all hands on deck scenario, people. The President's Day Super Sale on now at Denver Mattress.
Winter can take a toll on your heating system, but regular maintenance keeps it running smoothly and saves you money on utilities. At Bill's Heating and AC, we're proud to offer comprehensive maintenance for just $59. And with 24/7 service, you can rest easy knowing we're always here when you need us without breaking the bank. So don't wait for a costly breakdown. Protect your home this season by calling Bill's Heating and AC and schedule your $59 maintenance today.
4 News Now and STCU are recognizing volunteers who make a difference in our community. Today we honor Pat Gilmore. She's the founder of the Literacy Project of North Idaho.
Pat helps adults gain access to literacy skills, unlocking opportunities and changing the trajectory of their lives.
We tutor for 2 hours once a week, and within 2 hours, you just notice something just kind of clicked, and you're like, we're going, and here we go.
Pat tutors, organizes fundraisers, and writes grants for the Literacy Project. Thanks to STCU for helping make sure volunteers count.
I've been in the sporting goods business all my life, and what my customers tell me is they want American, made in the U.S. They want tough, rugged, and durable. They want freedom, and freedom to go where they want and to get back safely. America's low boats, powered by Mercury Outboards, along with Elephant Boys Boating Store, can give you that freedom. At Elephant Boys Boating Store with Mercury Outboards, we have what you want.
Tee off in style at Circling Ravens' top-tier golf suites. Play more than 80 famous golf courses around the world. It's a hole-in-one for all skill levels. Visit cdacasino.com for details.
Winning is just the beginning.
Sign up for the 4 News Now playbook at KXLY.com.
In this week's Air 4 Adventure, we're taking you high above some of the water towers throughout the Spokane area. So sit back, relax, let's go for a ride on the Air 4 drone.
There's multiple different companies that serve water in the valley. I think there's 13 in Spokane County's water districts. Either on legs or on a hill, it's something just to lift the water up to where it needs to be to establish that pressure. We store it so that we can use it at a later date. We have 7 million gallons of water that we can call on at a moment's notice to use for fire flow or if we had other really high peak uses. The pump house, like is behind us here, that pumps the water out of the aquifer into our system. And then there's booster stations we have that boost it up hillsides. And then the reservoirs that we were talking about earlier, where we store the water. This well is only 100 feet deep to the top of the aquifer, and we only dug down into it because it's hand dug. We only dug down into it 8 or 10 feet. Functionally, the 4 million gallon reservoir at the end of 16th, it's big, it's ugly, it's flat. It stores 4 million gallons of water and could serve the whole system for several days, all on its own if the power went out. You know, the aquifer is so big, so clean, so good. It's an amazing thing, and we need to do all we can to protect its quality and use its quantity wisely.
Very good point, and I feel good, like we're recharging our aquifer right now. With all of this rain, doesn't quite work that way, but it is maybe a good thing that the rain is happening in downtown Spokane right now, and the snow is piling up in the mountains. That's where it really counts. Winds are picking up, gusts at 25 miles per hour right now in Spokane. Still calm in Sandpoint, 17 mile per hour gusts in Pullman, but those winds will pick up more this evening and stay breezy for Saturday. Hour by hour, your Saturday forecast. A sunny start to the day. Temperatures will start below freezing, so watch out for slick spots where wet roads are refreezing, sidewalks, front porches too. We start to have a chance of snow showers, only a 20% chance popping up in our forecast in the afternoon, and that does continue through the evening and really through the week. weekend. Our forecast radar starting off 9 o'clock Saturday morning with some snow showers in the central panhandle. As we get into Saturday evening, here's 5 o'clock. Hit and miss snow showers primarily in the mountain areas and the mountain valleys, but we may see a few snow showers around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene as well. Sunday morning at 9 a.m. More mountain snow showers, maybe a burst of snow here and there in the valleys, especially as we get into the afternoon. Here's Monday at 3 a.m. and we still have a chance of snow. Today, it's been all about the rain-snow line, and is it going to be rain? Is it going to be snow? Starting tomorrow, it's all snow. We are cooling down and then really cooling down next week, the coldest weather of the season so far, and that trend continues in the 8 to 14-day forecast. Precipitation, though, less of a slam dunk. We are trending toward above average precipitation. Hopefully that means more snow piling up in the mountains. Meanwhile, breezy tomorrow with a high of 36, and that chance of snow showers will keep at least a slight chance of snow every day through the 7-day forecast, with the best chance on Monday. But even if we do see snow just about every day, in Spokane, it looks like it may pile up as deep as 5 inches by this time next week. It's not going to be a lot. And I do want to draw your attention once more to those 7s. Tuesday night, Wednesday night, we've got some cold weather on the way. Kirsten.
Oh, my goodness. I need that ankle-length coat ready to go. Yeah. Before we go to break, here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Bad back? Get Good Feet with the personalized arch support system from the Good Feet store. Clinically proven to provide significant pain relief in only 4 weeks. Good Feet, good life. The Good Feet store. Book your free fitting at goodfeet.com.
7 years ago is a pretty great way to start a speech. But if it's also the same age as your furniture, it might be time for a home refresh during the President's Day Super Sale at Furniture Row. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend and check out special purchases while they last. Or score 60 months no interest. Shop the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed. The President's Day Super Sale on now at Furniture Row.
From the fields of the Pacific Northwest to the tables of the world, agriculture is at the heart of it all. This February, come in from the cold and join us at the Spokane Ag Show, where we meet together, learn about the industry, and grow. With over 200 exhibitors, expert-led seminars, guest host Rob Sharkey, and live music, it's a show you can't miss. Join us February 4th through the 6th at the Spokane Convention Center. Visit agshow.org for all the details.
Hi, I'm renovation expert Scott McGilvery. I know bath remodeling, and I've seen all the gimmicks. Buy now, half off, free installation. This is why I work with Bathfitter. With 40 years of experience and 2 million installs, I trust their integrity. Bathfitter gives you a fair price and sticks to it with a lifetime warranty. You don't need gimmicks, just a partner you can trust. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. A nice, relaxing stay? We got you. Wanna be entertained? We got you. Wanna play golf all day? We got you. Go to Lake Casino. Winning is just the beginning. So you're looking for something to do? We got you. Want some tasty food? We got you. Heard you wanna do some shopping? We got you. The live music is always popping at the Go to Lake Casino. At the Go to Lake Casino. Go to Lake Casino. Winning is just the beginning.
Tonight, a woman's husband is shot and killed.
And his wife fears she could be next.
On an all-new 2020.
There's a dramatic discovery.
It's a handwritten note. You're next. Run, run, run.
2020, tonight on ABC.
Sign up for the 4 News Now playbook at KXLY.com.
Your planning forecast. Hit or miss snow showers over the weekend, especially in the mountains. It's going to be cold next week.
Very cold. Yes, we got to be ready for it. We'll see you at 11 on Nightside.
Live